Still can't believe. Oh, folks! Welcome again to another show of the Hobo and hopefully soon to have girlfriend. I'm the one, the only. I am Hobo Tom, and tonight is a special episode, mainly because I'm reviewing this. Oh, wait a second. No, that's my parking sticker, which for some reason, I'll get into that. Oh, it's this. There we go. SummerSlam Heatwave Tour at the Orlando Amway Center. Let's see here. Which way should it go? Yeah. I don't care if you see how much it is. That's on the cheap. Yeah, no video camera, my hiney. But nope, I just came. Oh, probably a couple hours. I came back. I had to go. I had to do my Sunday hoboing, and that was after I came back from WWE live show, which is neat because it's the first time I think since the 90s. Yeah. Wow. Since the 90s that I've actually been to a WWE house show. Been to a lot of ECW house shows. I've been to NXT house shows. I wonder if they consider the New Japan CEO a house show. Maybe. And then I wonder if Fighter Fest was considered a house show. I don't know. Eventually I have to go to one of these house shows. Southern Pro Wrestling. Oh, gee, WrestleFest. Ooh. Luchasaurus and Dasha Fuentes. Yes, it's always fun to get these. I'll have to put this and this up on the. Well, wait a second. There we go. The door of wrestling. So, with all that being said, let me talk about the house show. One, it was kind of fun. It wasn't a full house. They did curtain off the real upper bowl, but I think they leave that curtained off even for like minor league hockey games. I think they only open that up when the Orlando Magic are in town, or if it's. I think they've opened it up for when they did the NXT Takeover when they had the WrestleMania here in Orlando a couple years ago. So I think they opened it up for that. Again, it's an NXT Takeover. Their big pay-per-view, especially for WrestleMania. I think they've opened it up for I forget the name of the cup, but it's whatever championship the Solar Bears play for. So yeah, it was pretty good. At 6:55, the intro starts.
Tell us who you want to see tonight. Speaking of which, Orlando, who do you want to see tonight? Gentlemen, I know you want to see Lacey Evans. All at once, Orlando. Well, how about you can feel the glow tonight with Naomi? Also, the one and only Ricochet. How about the Raw Women's Champion?
So it was good. It kind of got the crowd all hyped up. Also, a video of showing you where people sat, because for the most part, the cheap seats where I was filled up really quick and was full. The floor seats, anything probably from the third row back, or Again, the first three rows are always full. The two side stage areas were full, but like the $50 ticket area, Geez, that was empty. They probably, and I don't know the exact logistics of it. They really probably could have moved people down. And I'm sure the wrestlers would have appreciated it a little bit. But that's logistic stuff.
Both them up here, Alec and Caroline. Hello, and Seth Rollins hat. Because this year, you get to wear it and match. So thank you so much for joining me. And guys, listen up. We are just minutes away, so get excited. I want to hear you nice and loud all night long. Because in just a few, WWE Live will begin.
What else? Oh yeah, the only bad. Well, the wrestling was okay, and I'll treat that as something separate. But one issue I have. So I'm going to show you two things, folks, and this is where the WWE has to like somewhat tell venues, hey, this ticket only costs $15. Okay, see here, 15.75. That's the cost of this ticket. Reasonable. I like that price. That's a good. That's a very good price. I like that price. However, just to get into the event, yes, $20. It's not that bad considering it's WWE, so you're paying. I know with tax and venue fees, it came out to be like 17.75. This was 37 something. It's not bad. If I did have a girlfriend and or family in the crunch I'm somewhat in, would I have gone there knowing it was $20 to just to park? I don't know. It would make me things that make me go, hmm. So again, that's my only real complaint. I'll tell you what, Orlando did do it right in the fact that I got out of that garage and I was on I-4 in about 10 to 15 minutes. It only took me I think it took me only a it took me an hour to get home, but I did stop for a snack and I had to use the bathroom at Wawa. So I mean, that's the thing. Daytona really has to learn something from this. And the fact that Daytona needs to get the logistics down to the way Orlando has it, so they really get people in and out really quick. Now this brings up the question for 2020, April 5th, I think. So they were advertising it. You have to excuse me. I'm making this at some weird hour of the morning. It's kind of asleep. He's just there. I gave her some super fuzzies. She's my kitty cat. When I come home, but I don't know when tickets go on sale. I think I'll have to start looking probably the first of the year. Knowing what I know about WrestleMania from my Orlando, is it actually worth $100 tickets times two, assuming there is a girlfriend? Or there might be, who knows? It might be $300. Um, and that's some nonsensical universe. where stuff happens. Weird stuff happens. $50 for parking, so that's $400. Snow cones. Geez, gas is another 50. So yeah, so that's 400 right there. And then, and that's assuming that's I'm guessing very low numbers. I mean, even at $200, 450, 650. You're talking about like $700 for 3 people to sit down in chairs for 8 hours. Wow. So I know from watching it WrestleMania is always catch as catch can, because again it is WrestleMania. So it makes me think: is it worth it? I don't know. Again, a whole lot of right things have to happen for that. So let's talk about this card. Let's get my little music intro going. Cool. So as we start off, pew, it's like the announcer didn't even hit their cue, and I guess she spent too much time in NXT. Because actually, they had both NXT announcers there. Yeah, because I think the one graduated. Oh, I forget, but I know only because I have her in one of my previous videos, and it's AJ Styles versus Ricochet versus Cesaro in a 3-way for the U.S. Championship.
Because I don't want to live near any of you. More importantly, I don't want to live near Ricochet, because Ricochet actually lives right here in Orlando. Oh, come on, don't cheer that. If you want to cheer anybody, you cheer the Swiss Superman Cesaro, because I'm going to win this opening match, because I am the number 1 of the best wrestler in the WWE ever.
I think the my one big qualm about the entire show is that they just turned the lights off. So that it got freaking dark. I mean, other than that, security was really cool. I think as long as they didn't catch you like videotaping the whole thing, they're like, whatever. The security in my section, she was like, they're like half the time. Every so often, she'd look up, and like in other directions, as long as no one was being a jerk and not literally videotaping the whole thing, I don't think she cared. It was kind of cool because that was my experience at the Amway Center when I went for Raw. Whereas up in Jacksonville, they were like freaks about it. I don't know. And then in XT house shows, it's really hit or miss. I think they know when like this might be the most exposure these poor guys get for a while. But for the most part, the match was really fun. I had Ricochet doing his flippy stuff. AJ Styles versus Ricochet for a long time. Cesaro got tossed out. Every so often they would come in. They try to keep it, for the most part, to really focus on two wrestlers at a time. This was the longest match, but I'll tell you what, this was the best match. I understand why they did the main event as they did. Yeah, it was fun and ridiculous, but as a wrestling match, this match was so much better. So you have every so often. Then of course the two heels, AJ and Cesaro would every so often double team on Ricochet. Cesaro does the swing forever, freaking awesome. AJ Styles does win, which is pretty cool. I'll tell you what, this was a great way to start off the show. Got the crowd really hyped up. Cesaro cut a great promo, which I think I captured most of it. I think I have to. That's video editing is going to take a while. The processing is going to be freaking till noon probably. I'll tell you what, this was a really fun match. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was shocked. This is a surf and turf quality match. Then the next match, it was Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder take on the Revival.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Raw Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. And their opponents, they are the Raw Tag Team Champions, Scott Dawson, Dash Wilder, the Revival.
And this was fun. It's a good face. I mean, you know who the faces are, you know who the heels are. Again, just strong tag team wrestlings. Then you have the test strength. Again, the definitely heel Revival. And the ref got eventually the ref got pulled out. The ref said, "You can't put your hands on me. Ring that bell." Ding, ding, ding. Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder win because of a disqualification. But it was good. You understood it. Again, you cannot put your hands on an official. Shame on you, Revival. But they still retained their tag team champions. This match itself was a good ham sandwich. And then the War Raiders show up. Of course. the Revival were on their way to the ramp, the War Raiders showed up. The whole crowd's like, oh, are they going to fight them now? So, of course, the Revival got chased back to the ring, and the War Raiders jump. Poor Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder beat them up. The Revival beat them up. And then, of course, that brings up the Usos. It's actually so many things I have to make a couple extra videos too, because there are some funny things. But so it's a holla 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 player. It's a 8-man tag. It's the Usos and Hawkins and Ryder versus the Revival and the Viking Raiders. The crowd was going crazy. This was actually pretty fun. In fact, I think yeah, it was a really fun match. I'm gonna upgrade this. I was pretty upset because it was a holler match. It did take a long time. That's okay. So again, there were a whole bunch of Uso chants. Revival is just so good at tag team work. I think even Jim Cornette said like the Revival is the best tag team out there. The Usos don't listen. The Usos are really good, and oh my, the Viking Raiders are impressive, especially in person. Um, it wasn't a bad match. It was kind of a fun match. It started off really slow, and the action finally did pick up. I mean, a whole bunch of classic tag team wrestling. Again, you have classic heel distractions, the referee, and the heel miscue. I don't know how they don't understand there's always a heel miscue. Ended with a super kick party, and the Usos and Hawkins and Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder went over. It was pretty fun. It was a fun match. You know what? It was a lot. I wrote down so much. I wrote down it was slow, but it was, I guess, really deliberately paced. I'll upgrade this only because it was fun and there was an actually clean ending. This is a cheeseburger match. Then we have the first. Oh no! Whoa! Yes. Then we EC3 comes out, and everyone's doing shoot interviews and pipe bombs. You'll see why.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome EC3!
Where the magic happens. And you know what's truly magical? Living your dream every day and becoming a WWE superstar. But I ask you this. What happens when that dream becomes a nightmare? On my very first match in this company, I defeated a former WWE champion so bad, we have never seen him again. And what have I gotten? What have I gotten for that? Nothing. Now I hear you, WWE Universe, and I see what you write, WWE Universe, but there's so many people telling me what I should do, not one person is asking me, what do I want to do? What I want to do is take every bit of anger, every bit of resentment, every bit of wrath, fury, vengeance, and rage out on everybody in that locker room and this entire industry as a whole. You see, I've let this company ruin my life once, and I will not let that happen again. Soon, I will free the real EC3.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Tampa, Florida, weighing 270 pounds, Titus
And he's set to take on Titus O'Neil worldwide. And really, after EC3 jumps him, and I just turned my camera off because I'm like, well, I don't want to be the dick that records everything and gets kicked out, because this is this is a really professional looking crew. Actually, I do like the fact they let the crowd interact and get our little things in. But I mean, after EC3 jumped Titus, it was a squash match. I mean, I didn't even realize how short it was gonna be. Like I said, the 8-man tag took so long. Um, I don't know, it was like 5 moves of Titus, and that was it. Titus O'Neil squashed EC3. Wow, the burying of EC3 continues. And this match, I hate to say it, was just a plain old can of soup. And then that leads us into our next match, which was kind of surprising. Oh yeah. It was Lacey Evans taking on Becky Lynch.
The following contest is a women's division match scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Parris Island, South Carolina, she's the sassy Southern Belle, the Lacey she's the Raw Women's Champion, the Becky
And I'm like, wait a second. This can't be for the title. There was a stipulation involved saying they're not going to do this, but I guess house show rules are different. What do I know? Hey, that's why I wanted to go to a house show. So Becky has some new gear. I like that. But Becky's gone back to her I am cute looking Becky gear, which doesn't make that much sense. Oh yeah, that's right. Lacey Evans still has Seth on her butt, so she obviously didn't get a wardrobe change from when she lost at oh Extreme Rules. Right, I had to figure out which pay per view. I have so much stuff written on my calendar. So you didn't learn her lesson there, and I thought it was done. It was okay. Lacey's still not the smoothest wrestler though. There was a lot of out of ring stuff, and everything Becky did seems smooth, but and Lacey Evans does the classic heel stuff. I don't know. Lacey's just botchy, and she uses a transmission. The transmission at one time was the most feared submission move ever, and now you have Lacey Evans using it, and she's buried the transmission. The kata hajime. Actually, I know it's not that. So I watched a couple of judo videos. I'm like, that's not the transmission. There is a thing called the kata hajime. It's a little close. It's not exact. It doesn't have the stink that Taz put on it. Taz is still great. The fact that she uses the transmission and it's just there as a rest hold, I don't like that. That Lacey's botchy. I mean, you could tell she really doesn't have that ring awareness. She like literally like rolled and like she like jump rolled into position, and the whole crowd was like botcha mania. I mean, I know Becky Lynch is trying. Lacey Evans just isn't. She has to go back to NXT, and it's probably terrible for me to say that, knowing that I'm not the pro wrestler. But when you see when non pro wrestlers can tell that there's certain spots planned, it's not entertaining. So therefore, this match, I hate to say it, Becky, this is a can of soup. I'm glad that was a little bit. Oh, I will say this though. Becky is super fan friendly. I wish I had those front row seats. She used to give me like hugs out to everyone, high fiving everyone, autographs to everyone. Woo! Like she was back in NXT all over again. That was pretty fun. Again, that's just it's really nice to see the superstars, at least in public, genuinely enjoy being with the public. And there's one other superstar I'm going to mention next who's like that, and you're like, whoa, because you don't really see that side of them. Because Becky with Seth is like sickingly cute. The point of blah. And for the other person, I'll talk about later. You're just like, whoa, you just never see the side of them on TV. So again, that's the upside to house shows. So the next match was the glorious Robert Roode and Mojo Rawley versus Cedric Alexander and no wait Jose no wait Jose.
Introducing first, weighing in at 231 pounds, the glorious Robert Roode!
it's still fun to watch. I mean, this was kind of like that whole loser. This is a loser locker room match. That's what it was. Oh, heel Robert Roode is so good though. Um, I think he was teasing out. He was teasing. And I forget if. Oh wait, yeah. And I forget if he tossed his. I forget if I got it on video. He was teasing taking off his robe. He was going to wrestle in his robe. Hey, hey, that would probably make the match even more interesting. But again, he like tossed it on the poor announce woman. I mean, No Way Jose still has moves. He still does all his wacky NXT stuff. Cedric Alexander is great. I'll tell you what, Mojo Rawley looked like he died after Cedric Alexander hit him with a lumbar check. Bob Roode got in some offense. Mojo Rawley got in some offense. For the most part, it was the faces kind of really went over. Cedric's got the hot tag after a while. They just choose to beat up No Way Jose, which is probably why he's there. Um, it wasn't a bad match. They're doing as much as they can with what they're given. It just was quick. I mean, it seemed quick, but there was a very slow, deliberate heel pace to it. Until, of course, Cedric Alexander got involved. And then No Way Jose and Cedric Alexander win. Kind of out of nowhere. It was just, I don't know, the whole match. It was a good match. The action was good. It's just that, I don't know, there's something about that loser locker room. You know what? Maybe I was too critical. Think about all that stuff. You know what? This is still going to be a ham sandwich. And then, of course, Robert Roode and Mojo were not happy that they lost, as they should be. So they're like, "We're not done. We're not leaving this ring until you give us some other tag team. Come on out here and fight us." Braun.
Y'all saw it. He cheated. The guy hit me right here. It wasn't legal. That's cheating. Follow the rules. Nah, that ain't how Mojo Rawley rolls. I ain't going out like that. Nah, shut up. Shut up. Nah,
shows up. Um, wow, Braun just showed up, and it was Robert Roode, and Mojo Rawley versus Braun Strowman. Mojo Rawley wanted to have nothing to do with this. Roode got tossed out really early by Braun Strowman, and to Robert Roode's credit, he stayed out.
I ain't going out like that. That right there, that ain't how Mojo rolls. I'm good. All right, take it easy, big fella. Take it easy. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take those hands, we're gonna take them over to Swigs. We're gonna get a couple, we'll get your big butt a barrel. A barrel for you, all right? Then we're gonna stagger out and stagger in, all right? We're gonna go over to Big Daddy's, we're gonna sing some karaoke. Backstreet Boys, just like you like. I seen you at 90s Night on Ibar with the Backstreet Boys. So that's what we're gonna do. You don't need to do this, because I ain't going out like that. Alright? I'm gonna go this way. Barrel. All of them. For you. Alright? Not going out like that. But you.
And then Mojo Rawley wanted nothing to do with this. He got power slammed for his efforts. At least Robert Roode didn't eat the pin. I'll give him that much. It was a squash match, a 2-on-1 squash match. It was a can of soup. And I think I already threw as much action as I could in there. Again, but Braun Strowman, super fan friendly. You never expect him with his surly demeanor, at least on TV, that he would come out as such a likable, personable, fan friendly guy. I mean, he picked some kid up on his shoulders and got his literally picked a kid up, put him on his shoulders. The parents took a picture of him. He was there high fiving people. So yeah, get these hands. Just I was shocked at how fan friendly he was. Because I know wrestlers like to go around high five people. A lot of times, especially when they make it to the WWE, I've heard this about some wrestlers where their head gets a little big and they're not the fun loving people they were like when they were in NXT and or in the indie scene. But Braun Strowman, he was loving the adoration though, and the fact that Braun was enjoying the adoration makes fans like me like, yes, take all my adoration, yes, get these hands, Braun. I mean, it makes you really like the guy, and it's like, wow, you know what? I'm gonna. It's weird because now I want to cheer for him more if I ever see him live or if he comes on TV. I'll have a bigger pop. It's it's that whole charisma thing, I guess, and he has that. Then the next match was a women's tag team match. It was Naomi and Natalia taking on Nikki Cross and Sarah Logan. I guess it's because Naomi's from Orlando. Naomi got the biggest pop of the night. Again, she's from Orlando, so that makes sense. That's Natalia being her partner. Yeah, it was fun. And Nikki Cross took her shirt off. I think I got it on video. I don't think it was me that said it, but it was funny though. I think somebody said, "Take it off, Nikki." In fact, I have to make that as a GIF or as a video eventually tomorrow because I have so much stuff to do. I have to drop a pipe bomb video. Yeah, I have to add some new ones. That's good because my wrestling collection of memes and gifs is kind of running low. So it's Nikki Cross versus Sarah Logan. So I don't think I got it on camera. I heard that and I just broke out laughing. Guy next to me broke out laughing too. Because Nikki Cross took her shirt off. She had like trouble getting it off. So he just yells, "Take it off!" And Sarah Logan needs to find a better pair of underwear to wear because she was getting into that thong region, or it was almost exposing all of Sarah Logan's private parts, especially when she would kick her legs up and her little Viking skirt would fall down. See black. I never asked Jorge. Shoot, when I go fishing with Jorge, I'll have to ask him if it's just common that wrestlers wear black underwear. No, Nikki Cross did, and I know Sarah Logan. Don't ask me how. But it was a fun enough tag team match. Obviously Naomi's gonna get the bigger pops. Natty and Naomi. Again, they do the typical face. They toss her shirt into the crowds. Um, again, Nikki Cross knows how to be heel Sarah Logan. They got the heel heat. It's pretty good. Eventually Natalia gets the hot tag to Naomi. The action was fairly well paced. Nikki didn't do half of the crazy stuff. It wasn't bad. Wow, was I just a smudge in there? Looks like I had to go to the bathroom. Definitely wasn't that. So Naomi gets a hot tag. Naomi, of course, how Sarah Logan eats the pin. Thankfully, they have nothing to do with Nikki Cross. Sarah Logan can eat pins all night long. So no one cares about Sarah Logan. She's featured in the house shows. I think the only thing, because she's on Raw, you know what would have been neat to see? Well, let me tell you about this match. So this was a ham sandwich. It wasn't bad. It wasn't spectacular. I don't know if that a ham sandwich. Look at that. What was I doing? I just had to go to the bathroom, I think. Well, because I'm reading my notes and I'm like, wow, that wasn't even that bad. It would have been neat, I think, from my perspective, only because I know she's another local, somewhat local competitor. If that would have been neat if Amber Nova showed up, even for a squash match. That would have been neat. So they could have had Amber Nova there, maybe, and Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke, for some reason, just has that cute girlfriend body. I don't know. Again, Nataya's really, another, seems to really love interacting with fans. Naomi likes to, not so as much. You never know why. She was still very cordial to the fans, just not as over the top happy, I guess. It's probably a terrible way to say it. Of course, the heels they're never fan friendly. And I think on the drive there, I think the only I tell you what, it would have made my day if Alicia Fox would have showed up. No, she's from Ponce Vedra. It's only an hour away from me. So that would just have made it. That'd be like 2.5 hours. She could do that after all the traveling she does. You never know. I have no idea what's up with Alicia Fox. I think she was, and this is rumor, innuendo, and not rehab, but counseling. She did show up inebriated to one house show, and I think that, if I remember the reports correctly, that's what got Arn Anderson. Forget if he was fired or just removed from his position. Whatever it was. I wanted to see Alicia Fox show up. I didn't get Alicia Fox. I'm and I'm okay with it. Dana Brooke would have been neat to see. She just has that girlfriend body. You never know because the camera does weird things. I think when I first saw Peyton Royce live, I think my first reaction was a terrible reaction. And it was the fact that her boobies aren't that big. Why does her chest look so much bigger on TV? And it's like, Peyton Royce has long, skinny legs. When you see Bailey, you're like, whoa, she has even longer, skinnier legs. But that's neither here nor there. Then we get to the main event of the evening. And this is another one of those things where I'm like, huh? So with that being said, it was Baron Corbin versus Seth Rollins. Again, I thought this whole thing was over and done with. This was an Orlando street fight.
It is an Orlando Street
Are we done? She's going to read every line of that piece of paper if it takes all night.
A man who was the acting general manager of Monday Night Raw. A multiple-time Golden Glove boxing champion. A United States champion. A Money in the Bank winner. The man who defeated Kurt Angle in his farewell match at WrestleMania. And who claims to be Orlando's favorite son, Baron Corbin!
And I'll give Baron Corbin some credit. At least he was dressed for a street fight. He showed up in t-shirt. He took his dress shirt off, showed up in t-shirt and pants. Seth Rollins showed up in wrestling gear. Who would ever show up to a street fight in wrestling gear? I would wear jeans, jean jacket, steel-toed boots. Like, yeah, I'd be armored up. I'd show up with my motorcycle helmet too. Go ahead, punch me in the face. It was a good match. A lot of fighting outside the ring again. If you paid the couple $100, I think it was like 200 or 300 for ringside seats. It might have been more. Hey, you got your money's worth. It just didn't have a street fight feel, and the fact that they only use, I think, a kendo stick, chairs, and tables. I also kind of the action to speak for it, only because I'm going over just a little bit. The crowd was going nuts. They just wanted tables. Right, we want tables. Eventually, Lacey Evans shows up, and it's like Extreme Rules. Oh, now I know why I gave it. Now I know why I gave it such a low rating. Because it was like Extreme Rules in Orlando. It's like, well, why would I bother to pay? And I can go to house show. And why are they doing pay-per-view show and house show when that's supposed to be over? Wrestling. I don't know. I just hope it's the end of it. Of course, because Lacey Evans gets involved, Becky Lynch showed up. It was a fun match, and of course, Seth does not know the primary rule that I told the guy next to me. The guy next to me was a Baron Corbin fan, and I said, dude, just wait. Seth brought in the table. You know what the rule of tables is. He's like, yep. And in unison, we said, you bring in the table, you go through the table. So, of course, Seth had to bring a table in, so Seth had to go through a table. Baron Corbin should learn. He brought in a table, Baron Corbin went through a table. And Becky Lynch started to kendo stick people. Oh, upgraded it.
See you later, Leaf Slayer.
then I think the only other thing, my only other qualm with this is probably why I did lower it. There was a time if you got DDT'd or anything happened to you on a chair, that was it, lights out. Seth kicked out of a DDT on a chair, and you're like, yeah. So therefore, this is going to get a ham sandwich rating. And that was the NXT live show. Again, not too bad. Again, definitely worth the cost of admission. Maybe not so much worth the cost of parking. That was it. Overall, it was fun. I mean, 15, I say 17 bucks on, 18 bucks on a Sunday, 35 bucks on a Sunday, yeah, $38 on a Sunday. I figured it's the one thing I haven't gone to in a while. It can't hurt. Again, I'll have to think a couple times over, only because of the. But for the most part, yeah, it was worth it. Would I go again? Maybe. We'll see. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Stay tuned. I guess later, probably about 20 hours from now, and you'll see me back here for my Raw review. Everyone have a good morning, day-ish. Bye.